Hi guys. So we're making a habit of doing this on the Tuesday now instead of recapping closer to the end of last week. So yeah, week 10, where to start. Bit of a mad one, to be honest. I suppose just I suppose a quick update on the calf. Um, I wasn't too sure last week with it at all. Yeah, so I sort of took a handy, but I still got the miles in. But I was sort of it was still very, 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 very tight. So I sort of after the physio and things like that, I was like, will I, won't I? So last week was like, it started off with like hills as usual. Monday's hills day of you got. So I'll flash these up either here or here. Beside me, and then I'll flash up my how we got on. So ultimately on the Monday it started off with I ended up doing 15k with the hills in the middle, so I was happy with that. The calf was quite what was sore. I ended up getting spoiler a bit of deepheat in it, and like I suppose with it was actually just a tightness. I didn't tear or anything like that. It was just I wasn't stretching. I need to stretch. So when I get DP into it, gave it a good warm up, and sort of I babied it over the week. Like I took it, and there was nothing too fast as such. So yeah, so that was Monday. Went really well. I was really happy with that. Tuesday then was like a 10k alternating as usual, like a kilometre on, a kilometre off. So it was half marathon on, half marathon off with 30 seconds rest. I sort of I made a balls of it ultimately because what I did was I forgot I didn't when I set up on Garmin, I'm a demon for not setting them up right on the Garmin. So it was meant to be. I'm just looking at it here on my tablet in case you're wondering what is he looking at. So it's a half marathon kilometre pace. Sorry, effort. A kilometre and a half marathon effort with 60 seconds rest, and then another kilometre at 10k effort, and a minute and a half rest. The boo boo I made was I never put the 60-second rest in between the kilometre on and the kilometre off. So I was doing a kilometre on, kilometre half marathon, kilometre at 10k effort, and then I was doing the rest of a minute and a half. So I was blowing out my arse and not taking. So I got it. I got it done. It wasn't pretty. I think the pacing, yeah, you can see. Well, yeah, the pacing fell right off. It was all over the place. It wasn't where it was meant to be. But ultimately I finished it out where I wanted to do it. So the lesson there was make sure I double check the session and make sure Garmin's set up correctly for the day. So I got it done in a way. So then like the calf, I started to worry about the calf again. It started to get really, really tight. So Wednesday anyway was it's either a recovery day, run at 13k or a cycle. So I said, you know what, I'm enjoying the cycling. So I ended up going for like 39k cycles, nice pace, 2 hours. So I enjoyed that. That went out and sort of went back out home and done a loop. And it was no, but I sort of got Garmin to do the loop for me. I think I stuck in like do a 40k loop, and one of them create courses things, but I did not take into consideration the elevation. So I think I just like climbed for like 35k, and then the last sort of there's like looking at the grade here, so it was climbing. Yeah, a bit of a drop. From about the 25k on, it was climbing till about for 10k, just up and down, but it was all heading north. And then the last 4k was all downhill. So that was my own fault, but it got a good. So yeah, so that was grand. Like I suppose this week was like it was the long run was actually like a trial, like it was like a practice marathon day. So it was a bit odd in that sense that that was to happen on Friday. Now I was off Friday anyway, but still my calf wasn't. I was like, you know what? I'll give my calf another rest on the Friday. So on the Thursday then I ended up doing another run which was like a 10 mile, which worked out to be where am I here now, Thursday, sorry I'm looking now, was I ended up doing 12k with a steady pace in the middle of it. So I actually went up, I think I went with the club, no I might have done my own thing actually. I think I went with the club, I went out with the club actually. I said, you know what, I'll do it. So I ended up doing 12k with a sort of like, started off real easy, and then so it was like, well, I say real easy, it was like 544, 550, 530s, and then that got a little bit quicker, and then yeah, so that was Thursday with the club. Then Friday was meant to be the marathon practice session, and I was like, you know what, let's leave Milan until Sunday and I'll take it easy. So what I did was I ended up going for I was off Friday, as I said, so I ended up going for a nice long cycle, which was 45k. I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it, how that went. I done nothing then on the Saturday. I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't do a tap on Saturday. So let the leg rest, and then Sunday I done the 32k, and I was really happy with that. Like, considering how I was real worried about my calf, real paranoid, like, oh, I'm going to do damage. Like, what am I on? That was week 10, so I was technically, like, was I 7 weeks out at the time? So yeah, what am I, 6 weeks out now from the marathon? So I was like, real paranoid. Like, if I get injured now, like if I tear something, if I torn it, and I was out for 3, 4, 6. I was out training anyways if I torn it. So Saturday took it easy. It was nice actually. Not like, I suppose I hadn't ran, and like Thursday was Thursday. Yeah. So Thursday I ran. Friday was a cycle, which was a long cycle. It was nice. So all day Friday recovered. I walked the dog as well. Obviously, I'm walking the dog every day as well. And then Saturday, just sort of took it easy Saturday, big time. And then Sunday, got up early because it was as I keep repeating, as a practice marathon day. So I got up really early. So in Chicago, I'm in Corral K because I was an international athlete, and I've never ran a marathon before. So I applied for the lottery, just as a random. I'd no time based or anything like that. Just some random punter, and I put down a time of like, I think it was like 4 hours 20 and 4 hours 40. So in the lottery, that ultimately gave me a corral K. So that means I have to be head like up early. So my be in me corral, get up at 6:30 and out for corral K with an estimated start time of 8:30. So that's what I did on Saturday. Well, not 6:30. I got up for 7, and my plan is a toast of bagels, a bit of honey, and a banana before the marathon. And that will be my breakfast, because the oats, I usually have oats every morning, but with the fibre it doesn't work out. So got up, had me bagel, banana, honey, coffee, and just sort of, I end up watching the Ironman. The Ironman race was on. So I ended up watching, I went to look for the World Champions Marathon, couldn't find it. Anyway, that's it for story. Ended up watching a bit of the marathon, and then, oh no. So I was meeting the lads at 8:30 where we meet in Gorey. Headed down there, and everyone was off doing their own thing, and it worked out well that one of the women is sort of, she was doing 20k I think, and then one of the other women had a bit of a hamstring issue, so she was saying, so anyway, so I ended up, a few of the guys took off there. Their easy pace is a lot quicker than my marathon. Like I was doing marathon pace, and what I'm sort of aiming for 5:30, 5:40 marathon pace. I'm being flexible at the minute, just because so I was like, right, grand. So I done my warm up, and I was like, guys, I'm doing 32k, I'll do 20k, because the majority of people are doing 20k. I was like, right, grand, I'll do 20k with you guys, and then I did the last 12k my own, and that was grand, no bother. So it turned out that a few of the guys were, one of the guys I was running with, she was her zone 2 heart rate pace is like 5:30 so I ran with her for a good bit, and one of the women was like, oh yeah, no, that pace perfect for me, because she was carrying a bit of a hamstring issue as well. So 3 of us ended up running together for about 22k one of the women that was running to the heart rate, she was only doing 22k, so she stopped. But then we continued on. We came back and we ended up going up to the local park, bumping into another guy, one of the other guys from the club. So we ended up doing 32k in total at Martin Pace. It was nice, easy. It was perfect. Absolute touch wood. Now it went exactly as I hoped, if not better. Like, I was taking gels every half an hour. I had water on me all the time. To be fair, to shout out to the guys in the club, they actually doing water drops, because everyone's sort of like, I'm doing Chicago, so I'm sort of 2 or 3 weeks ahead of everyone in the mountain plans. So they're training for Dublin. So there's water drops everywhere. So I was able to top up on my water, and it all worked out great, brilliant. Really, really happy with it. So I suppose deepheat is my friends, and like sort of really getting it warm, getting the blood there, getting warmed. But I wasn't stretching out. Now it's Tuesday now. I actually feel, touch wood, feels mint calf. Spoiler alert. It was a bit tight yesterday, I suppose. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So but mint, all good, going really well, really happy with it all. So yeah, back into week 11, because like I was like, oh no, I'm not doing some damage to me. So week 11 started. Yeah, like has the Chicago Instagram account likes to remind us every Monday morning how many days. So I think it's 40 days to the marathon. It's really starting to sink in now. But yeah, really happy with how everything's going. Touch wood, the calf is the only niggle I've picked up in training for the last year or so. So hopefully that's good. I suppose the biggest thing now is I'm starting to run low on my gels. I need to pick up another box of the gels, the ISI. I suppose if anyone is in it cares, I'm taking these. ISI, these are lemon and lime, whatever. But it's the isotonic ones I'm on, and they're real good. I find them great for my stomach. What's in these? There's like 60 milligrams. There's like 87 calories in each one. But yeah, find these great. I throw like 5, 6, 7 of these into me onto my shorts, and pop one of them at least one every 5k. But yeah, like ultimately, I suppose we ended up doing that, finishing that. Finishing that, it was 32.59 kilometers in 3 hours and 6 minutes. Now there was toilet breaks and things like that, but like it was all happy. I'm really happy with it, really happy. So the average pace for that was 5:54, because we slowed right down the last sort of, let me have a look here, the last 8k were all like 6 minute, like deep into the sixes. Yeah, so the last 8k sort of was all 5:40, 5:30, yeah, 5, so 5:25, yeah, going along 5. Must have been downhill that one. 455 kilometer. Yeah, mine is 13 meters, so that was quick. Downhill that one was, and then at about kilometer 24, it goes to 6:19. Kilometer 25, 6:30. Yeah, so we eased off then. But listen, it suited. It worked out well. Yeah, so really happy. So yeah, so that's it. Start for another week now. This week is a bit different, I think, but we'll get into that because we're going to do a time trial on Sunday, like a half marathon time trial. So we'll give that a go. We're away this weekend again. A couple of days. Tomorrow actually we're heading off. So yeah, get the Tuesday session in again, and then yeah, I'll catch up with you next week. Thanks for following along. Do all the good stuff as usual. Appreciate it.